Good afternoon, dear children. This is your science teacher. Now take out your science textbook and open lesson number 9, the living organisms, characteristics and habitats. Okay. Now from today, as you know that we have already completed our lesson number 8, that is body movements. I will provide you the notes regarding to that lesson. Okay. Now let's start the new lesson, that is the living organism, their characteristics and habitats. So before starting the lesson, let's see some introductory part. First of all, Paheli and Buju went on vacations to many places of interest. Okay, one day the one boy and one girl named Paheli and Buju went on vacation to many places of interest. One such trip took them to the river Ganga in Rishikesh. Okay, so one day they have gone to the Rishikesh. Okay, situated in the river Ganga. They climbed the mountains of the Himalayas where it was very cold. Okay, they saw many kinds of trees on these mountains like oaks, pines, and devdars, very different from the ones near their home of the plains. Okay, in yet another trip, they traveled to Rajasthan and moved on camels through the hot desert. Okay, they collected different kinds of cactus plants from this trip. Okay, that means, as you know that as per the state change, as per the region change, their climatic conditions also changed, their vegetation and wildlife also changed. Okay, finally they went on the trip to Puri and visited the sea beach dotted with casuarina trees. Okay, while recollecting all the fun that day they had on these trips. Okay, a thought struck them. Okay, so after wandering, after finishing up this all the picnic, they just one thought struck them, all these places were so different from one another. Okay, some were cold. Okay, some were very hot and dry, and some places so humid. Okay, so that means all the places are different from each other, and yet all them had many organisms means living creatures, living animals. Okay, and plants, flora and fauna of various kinds. Okay, so that means we have a lots of flora and fauna, you can say the plants and animals, creatures. Okay, small creatures. Okay, we have lots of different kinds of tree. Okay, trees are present inside our earth crust. Okay, so they tried to think of a place on earth where there may not be any living creatures. Okay, so Buju thought of places near his home. Inside the house, he tried the cupboards. He had thought that there may be not be living organisms here, but he found a tiny spider in the cupboard. Okay, so outside the home too, there did not seem to be any place he could think of. That means there were no any place present where you cannot find any kind of living being. Okay, so that did not have living creatures of some kind or the other. Okay, Paheli started thinking and reading about far away places. Okay, now they are just thinking about and reading about the far away places, the places which are very much far away from their home. She read that people have even found a tiny living organisms in opening of volcanoes. Okay, that means when the volcanic eruption done, they have also find the tiny living organism inside the volcanoes. Okay, so in this type, the Paheli and Bujo find out that there are lots of different kinds of living organisms. Their habitats are also different. Okay, from one another. We have lots of states and regions, that is we have the snowy region, we have desert, we have mountains, we have plateaus. Okay, and in there there have been presence of different kinds of animals, okay, and that means different kinds of organism. You can see the living creatures of various kinds. Understood? Now let's see the organisms and the surroundings where they live, okay. Now let's see the various kinds of organisms, that is living creatures, and the surroundings where they live, okay, how they live on this land. So another thought that occurred to Paheli and Bujo was about the kind of living organism that were present in different locations that they had visited, okay. So as you know that Paheli and Bujo gone through various kinds of trips over, okay, and over there they have seen lots of animals are there, okay. So they just think about that animals, okay, that what kind of animal they have seen in particular kind of regions, okay. So the desert had camels, okay, as you know that in desert the most commonly creature you have found that the camels, and in mountains had goats and yak, okay. In mountainous and mountain area you have found the goat and yak, and in Puri had some other creatures like crabs on the beach and such variety of fish caught by the fisherman at the sea, okay. And then there did seem to be some creatures like ants that were present in all these different locations, okay. The ants are common, which are present in all these different locations, okay. The kinds of plants found in each of these regions were so different from the plants of other region. That means the plant you found in desert are different, the plant the different from the plant you found on the mountains. That means in mountain you may found the oak tree, the devdar tree, while in deserts you will found the cactus trees, okay, or the tree which is having thorns in it, okay. Then the kinds of plants found in each of these regions were so different from the plants too of the other region. What about the surroundings? And now what about the surroundings in these different regions, and where were they same, okay. Now we this is all about the animals. Now what about the surroundings, what about the landform, okay. So that is also the very much important question of this lesson, okay. So we will see this question in next video. So this is it for today's video. If you have any problem regarding to this video, you can ask me. Till then, it's goodbye from my side. Thank you and have a nice day.